Welcome back, Story Hour friends. We are going to read The Sunflower Sword by Mark Sperring and Miriam Latimer. Look at all these sunflowers. I have been seeing a lot of sunflowers around town lately, which is why I picked out this book. Looks like we have a young knight getting ready to play. Once there was a land filled with fire and smoke and endless fighting, where knights fought dragons and dragons fought knights, and that was the way it had always been. In this land there lived a knight who wanted to be big like the other knights, and fight like the other knights, and have a sword like the other knights. But his mother said he couldn't. "Why do you want a sword?" she asked. "To whoosh and swoosh in the air," smiled the little knight. Said his mother, and she'd hurried off to find a sunflower. "Well," sighed the little knight, "I suppose I could pretend it's a sword." Then he whooshed and he swooshed it, just to see how well it whooshed and swooshed. It whooshed and swooshed very well. "But," said the little knight, "it won't be any good for fighting dragons." "No," said his mother, "I don't suppose it will, but keep it anyway." So the little knight trundled up Dragon Hill, a place where only the biggest, bravest knights ever went. He played happily all day. The sunflower sword swung this way and that, and slew not one, not two, but 3 imaginary dragons. Suddenly, the air crackled with heat. Smoke billowed all around, and there stood something full of fire and flame and a fight to be fought. A real dragon. The little knight had no choice. It was too late to run. So he whooshed and he swooshed his sunflower sword. It cut through the air like a fine silver blade, but suddenly, as it swung near him, the dragon saw what it was and reached out to take it. "Could it be?" thought the dragon. "Has this little knight climbed up to the top of Dragon Hill to offer me a flower?" Could it be, thought the little knight, a dragon might not be so fearsome after all? Then the little knight and the dragon looked at each other and both began to smile. So that's how it happened, as simply as that. From then on, they met each day on Dragon Hill and played much better games than fighting. Look at all those sunflowers. They're flying over a whole big field of sunflowers. Soon the news spread far and wide of how an enemy could become a friend, and how the land might become a peaceful place. One by one, the knights laid down their swords and climbed to the top of Dragon Hill. There they are. And they waited, while the little knight's mother looked on and smiled. See what they're doing? All those knights put down their swords and they're showing their sunflower swords to the dragons, hoping that the dragons will come down and give them a ride. And it looks like they did. Look at those knights on those dragons. What a great story. The authors have a note on the back that there is a white dove, like this, on every page to symbolize peace. Let's see if we can find an example of that white dove. They said it was on every page. Oh, There's a big one you can see. So if you check this book out of the library, you're going to have to look for the white dove on every page. All right. Have a nice rest of the week, and I'll be back next week for another Storytime Online. Goodbye.